Gospel according to St. Luke, the 12th chapter.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus said, I came to bring fire to the earth, and how I wish it were already kindled. I have a baptism with which to be baptized, and what I stress I am under it to complete. Do you think that I have come to bring peace on the earth? No, I tell you, but rather division. From now on, 5 in one household will be divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. They will be divided, father against son, and son against father, mother against daughter, daughter against mother, mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law against mother-in-law. He also said to the crowds, when you see a cloud rising in the west, you immediately say, it is going to rain, and so it happens. And when you see the south wind blowing, you say, there will be scorching heat, and it happens. You hypocrites, you know how to interpret the appearance of earth and sky, but why do you not know how to interpret the present time? The gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, O Christ.
May you seated. And if the young people want to come forward, please. Come on down. There's going to be a lot of you. Well, morning. Good to see y'all. Get any rain this week? Did you? How do you know it's going to rain? Can you ever figure it out? You ever see it coming? Kind of see the dark clouds and so on? Sometimes if you watch TV, you know, they have these fancy pictures that they'll show you on TV about where the rain's coming, you know, and it's the green stuff is the rain and the red stuff's the bad rain and that sort of stuff. You know, so there are things that tell us when something's going to happen, right? And now, if I show you this picture, what's it make you think about? Who do you think that person is? Okay, that's Jesus, right? So Jesus is teaching the crowd. Okay, I want everybody to see what we're talking about. Jesus is teaching the crowd. But you know, sometimes he got really frustrated at what people that weren't listening. It seemed like sometimes they didn't understand what he was trying to say. He was trying to tell them different things, and yet didn't seem to get it. Couldn't figure out who he really was and what he was all about. And when we think about it, you know, you think about Jesus and some of the things he did. And if I show you this picture, what do you think Jesus is doing there? Yeah, blessing the children. Okay. So he's blessing the children. You know, we think about Jesus, we think that, right? That he blesses the children, he loves children, and he wants children to come to it, right? And other times, we find Jesus was doing this. Okay. What do you think he's doing there? He's healing somebody, right? He's helping someone. And so that's what Jesus is doing. We think of him as healing people too. So he teaches people, he heals them, he blesses children, he does those kinds of things to help us and show us how much God loves us. And one of the things that Jesus is trying to tell us is that we need to listen to him, you know, and be close to him because he loves us, cares about us, and wants us to know that. And so we read our Bibles, and we learn about Jesus and how much he loves us. And we come to church, we offer him our prayers and our praises and our thanksgiving, and thank him for his love for us. And that's one of the things that I think is extremely important for us, to remember how much God loves us and how much we love him too. Okay? Thanks very much. Good to see you. Yeah, well, made it. Question for this morning is, how do you measure popularity? You know, these days most people measure popularity by the media. You know, how many followers they have or how many likes they have. You know, but that's not always reliable. Evidently, there are companies that will sell large blocks flocks of fake followers to people. You know, if you want to look more popular, you can find a company that will send you lots of likes and followers. So you might remember that next time you want to feel better about yourself. And the trouble is, it's nothing new. Back in 300 BC, before Jesus, a performer named Philemon actually hired audience members to laugh at his jokes. 300 BC. The paid laughers were so effective for him that he usually beat out his competitors if they were having some kind of a competition, right? And supposedly, Shakespeare did the same thing in the 1600s by paying certain audience members to laugh at the right time and to cheer and clap at his plays. And in the 1800s, theater managers in Paris paid select audience members to do the same thing, to laugh and to clap or weep at appropriate points. And did you know that in 1950 was the first time they came up with a laugh track for TV, you know, so that it tells you that this is the time to laugh because it's funny. The interesting thing is, I found on the internet that there's a company that will provide fake crowds, fans, and paparazzi, for a price, of course, and even demonstrators. Okay? The company is called Crowds on Demand. You can look it up. And they can provide these crowds anywhere in the United States, and they can do it in a short time. Now, in rural areas like this, it might take them 72 to 96 hours to gather some people to do that. So, I want you to remember that when you're watching TV on the news and you see these demonstrations.